nĩ maingĩ mũno tũkũharĩirie metha-inĩ itũ ya mohoro thĩinĩ wa mohoro matũra-inĩ no reke twambe tũmũrĩke mamwe ma marĩa tũkũharĩirie. Mamwe ma marĩa tũkũharĩirie.
I urge my brother Raila Odinga and the opposition to call off the demonstrations.
Rugamia mirũrũngano amu maũndũ marĩa ũratetera no makinyanĩrio kũhĩtũkĩra bunge. President kwĩra Raila Odinga. Ngwatanĩro ya Azimio gũkinyĩrĩria mirũrũngano yao nĩ gũthiĩ na mbere oho makĩũria a Kenya kũiga thayũ.
Kai thĩ na mũtige kũrumana ũkai mwaranĩrie.
Athikabu wa kanitha wa Gatoreki kũria Raila Odinga kũrũgamia mirũrũngano na ethe njĩra ĩngĩ ya kwaranĩria na thirikari. Nĩ ngatho rĩngĩ nĩ ũndũ wa gwĩtĩkĩra kũnyitanĩra hamwe na ithuĩ mũtaũri witũ na njĩra ya ciĩko hwaĩ-inĩ wa ũmũthĩ nĩ Nyambura wa Wamuca. Rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Mũmbi wa Chege na tũkĩambĩrĩria rĩu mũtongoria wa bũrũri William Ruto nĩ ahete mweke kana kanya ka mĩario mwena wa mũng'ethanĩro igũrũ rĩgiĩ mateta matiganĩte marĩa mwena ũyũ ũkoretwo ũkĩenda kũhĩtũkĩra bunge. Ningĩ president nĩ ũrĩtie ngwatanĩro ya Azimio kũrũgamia mĩrũrũngano ĩrĩa ĩkoretwo ĩgĩthiĩ na mbere. Kũringana na president, Azimio rĩu no mahũthĩre bunge ya kĩbũrũri gũkinyia mateta mao, rĩu akiuga we nĩ eharĩirie kũhe gũtũ mendekithia o mothe matarĩ ma kĩũteti na marĩa mangĩrongoreria kũguna a Kenya. Mwandĩki witũ Batero wa Mwangi nĩwe tũharĩirie riboti ĩno.
I have carefully listened to the issues raised by my friend, the Honorable Raila Odinga. In times like this, it is not about who is right or who is wrong. Like Winston Churchill said, I dare say, and I quote, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak, but it is also what it takes to sit down and listen. I have always been ready to engage Kenyans of all walks of life, including elected and appointed leaders from across the political divide and the religious fraternity, on how to make our country better and prosperous. And in the last 6 months, I have talked to many religious leaders. I have talked to many elected leaders from across the political divide. My door still remains open for honest, objective, and sincere deliberations based on the rule of law and the Constitution. On the reconstitution of the future Electoral Commission, the selection panel that currently is in office is a creation of the law that was passed by the two chambers of parliament in response to a court decision. The court clearly stated that one institution, and in this case, Parliament, cannot dominate the process of establishing an electoral commission at the expense of other institutions that have a role to play in the country's electoral process. However, considering the matters raised by our friends in the opposition, I stand in Parliament on the reconstitution of the IEBC panel within the parameters of the law and the Constitution. In any case, as a Democrat and guided by the Constitution, I, on the 9th of December 2022, sent a memorandum to the Speakers of the National Assembly and Senate requesting the purposive intervention on implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, entrenchment in the Constitution of the Constituency Development Fund, Senate oversight and national gender affirmative action funds, establishment of the position of the Leader of Opposition, and the improvement of parliamentary oversight of the executive. And for the record, Parliament has already approved the parliamentary oversight of the executive, and shortly, cabinet secretaries will be appearing before the House to answer questions. The other items are still in Parliament. The IEBC selection panel and the future process of recruitment of its commissioners could as well be part of a conversation leading to constitutionally and legally binding proposals through a bipartisan parliamentary process. In other words, I am suggesting that the issues that have been raised by our friends on the matter of IEBC, my suggestion is that this matter can be handled in Parliament by a bipartisan parliamentary process so that we can agree on what it is they have an issue with, and we can adjust as is agreed and as necessary. And therefore, in these circumstances, and in view of the recent events that led to loss of life and destruction of property in the demonstrations that have occasioned in our country for the last 2 weeks, I urge my brother Raila Odinga and the opposition to call off the demonstrations and to give this bipartisan approach a chance for us to take the country forward.
Na tugithiaga na mbere no wega ngoro gikumenyithia ati mutongoria wa ngwataniro ya Azimio Raila Odinga ni atanyitwo gukorwo akiariria bururi kana kwaria uhoro wegie mwerekera wa mirurungano ya Azimio muthenya wa rucio kana hihi ni gakorwo kuo kana ni matiritie mirurungano eno koguo ni tugukorwo tugikurehera report iyo riria egukorwo akiaria kwa ihinda riri. Reke tumurike report ingi na nikugiire na ngucanio ya kimiario gatagati ka amemba kanitha wa AIPCA mwena wa Ruiru riria atongoria a ngwataniro ya Azimio mekinyirie kanitha-ini uyu na kiuria kinene ari ni kana ni magitikiririo kwariria kanitha. Ona kuhana uguo ndugamano eno ni thirire na atongoria metikirio kwariria kanitha kuria mahunjirie ndumiriri ya thayo na guthikaniriria o riri mutongoria wa Azimio Raila Odinga ahinyiririe ati mirurungano ya rucio no igathie na mbere. Kimani wa Ngujiri no tuharirie ripoti ino.
Ishera ria atongoria ngwataniro ya Azimio la Umoja kanitha-ini wa AIPCA mwena wa Ruiru kaunti-ini ya Kiambu ni riambire kugia na kigagayo kwa ihinda, amemba makigia na mirugamo ngurani ya kana atongoria aya ni mabati kuheo kanya ga kwariria etikia kanasha. Ona gukihana uguo muthikabu wa kanitha uyu ni ahoreririe etikia aya na kwaiguanirwo maheo kanya ga kwariria amemba kanitha uyu no metheme na kuhura uteti, na riria atongoria aya maheirwo kanya ndumiriri ya urumwe na thayo ni heirwo rito munene.
Tutakaa kwa hii nchi sisi sote na tutakaa kwa kusikizana. Ona ingirwo nduru atia ndagika ya muthia ithiraga andu maikara thi meka atia mathikaniriria the earlier the better, no ndukanjire na niĩ ndigeki atia ndigakuire, sababu hii nchi ni yetu zote
na tuhoe kugia ki thayo na thayo giaga ni tondu wa mundu gutambarukia guoko kuri ucio ngi. Tucoke tumenye tugie na wendano, tugie na kwendana kurikirite kuria kwana korwo ho,
turenda thayo, sio ndio tunataka? Sababu hata jana wamekuwa kule kwetu Kakamega, tumewakaribisha vizuri, wameomba, lakini kidogo wameongea siasa mingi sana kwa kanisa. Sisi tukija kwa kanisa hatuongei nini? Siasa.
Gicigo kia ubunge kia Ruiru ni kumwe gwa kuria President William Ruto ari na urumiriri munene hindi ya githurano kihituku, na ndugamano ino yuma kanitha-ini ni onekanire gucora mbica ya mugayukano uria ungikorwo uri ho gatagati ka aikari ya gitaro kia Mount Kenya wegi uteti wa mirurungano uria urathie na mbere. Na mwandiki munene wa kiama kia Jubilee Jeremiah Kioni ni oririe muingi wa gicigo giki kugia na urumwe gukira mbere.
Kama iko mzozo na watu wanazozana, amani hupatikana kwa sababu na kusikiza unanisikiza. Wiguano utingiuma kweyariria no nginya ukorwo ni urariria mwena uria ungi. Ona micii gwitu masikizano huja sababu wale wamekosana wanasikizana.
Kumbukeni wakati ilikuwa Vice President wa Kibaki, nchi ilikuwa imechomeka moto. Ni kweli si kweli? Kumbukeni. Nadhani wa Kenya Mungu ametupatia hicho kipawa cha kusahau sana. But let us remember tumetoka wapi na tusiyarudie makosa ambayo tunayaelewa.
Icera ria umuthi ria atongoria ya Azimio mwena wa Ruiru riukite o kiumia kiria kurari na githagathago kia mugunda wa Northlands uria uri mwena wa Gatongora Ruiru gutharikirwo ni nyanake iria ciathukangirie miti na cikiia mburi, na gutuika atongoria ya Azimio matinagia na kanya ga kuhura uteti wa ndeto ino mwena uyu kumana na mukano uria uheanirwo ni muthikabu. Atongoria aya ni makungirie ciugo cia kuheana ndumiriri ya kiuteti ya mirurungano.
Tuwe na ile utulivu wa kila mtu kusikiza mwenzake, kila mtu kuheshimu mwenzake, na kila mtu kuheshimu haki ya mwenzake na haki ya kila mtu.
Maya magithiaga na mbere nake mutongoria wa Azimio Raila Odinga augite ni nginyagia mirurungano ya muthenya wa rucio igathie na mbere kugerera ndumiriri iria arekereirie rurenda-ini rwake rwa Twitter. Raila augite Azimio ni ihariirie kuigana kuingira ikereka-ini ria kana ria mirurungano iria ikoretwo igitabanio. Handu-ini ha Kameme TV ritwa riakwa ni Kimani Wagojiri.
Nĩ ngatho Kimani.
Nĩ mohoro ma Kameme TV.
Mlilia tukawasikia, tunawapa fursa ya kufuata EPL ana kwa ana. Pata kuwa wa kwanza kusikia bao, kusikia relegation, kusikia wapi kuwekelea,